Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Or rather, I guess today, exposing the absolute brainwash of young leftoid NPCs. Ah, the young communists that live among us, huh? They're part of this phenomenon that we've mentioned multiple times before, this sort of very loud, vocal minority. In the grand scheme of things, there's actually not too many of them, but they certainly make up for their lack of numbers by their abundance of, let's just say, being very loud, obnoxious, arrogant, self-righteous, and annoying. They are one of the loudest groups on the internet. They know everything and they're aggressive in their righteousness. You see it a lot in the world of bread tubers. This sort of self-righteous arrogance, this condescending attitude, this vulgar way of approaching people that you disagree with. They're so righteous in their ideals, but when you actually challenge them, well then of course the intellectual peacocking kind of comes to an end, now doesn't it? And boy do I have a great example for you guys today. I got a clip that's bouncing around Twitter that I want to show you guys. Let's take a look, then of course have a conversation. Basically the usual. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so I present to you communist activists taking over the world.
I'm just asking, what is this?
This is a banner and this is a table.
Yeah, but what is that? Why is it?
That says, are you a communist?
Yeah.
Then get organized. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And also under there, it says socialist appeal.
Yeah. So you socialist?
Communist and socialist, yeah?
You communist and socialist?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Where are you from?
I'm from China.
China. You?
Portugal.
Portugal. So if you're from China, why you live here? It's just a good question, no?
Because China sucks, for me at least.
China sucks.
Yes.
So why are you promoting that?
Because China isn't communist. I don't know.
China is not communist.
No.
I think China is.
Well, that's what they say.
No, it's not what they say. It's the reality. China is
I mean, the reality.
Permission to record.
No, you have permission to promote communism.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, okay,
This is a
fine.
public space.
This is a public space. I can film.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can't film people without their consent.
I can. I'm on the public space. I can film anyone.
It's fine. Should we go to the coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come
I
you
mean,
promote?
objectively
I'm just having a debate. I don't know. Communist people. This is what communist people do. They run away. They run away when someone have a debate with them. I'm just talking to you. I'm not doing anything bad.
No, I know, but we have.
I can't have a debate. I'm from a communist country. I know what communist is. None of you live in a communist regime. She lived in a communist regime and she fled. She left. Why you don't live there?
Why don't
You promoting this rubbish? You promoting this rubbish for what? You know how many people died through communism?
I mean, do you know how many people
Where is
died
your
under
mind?
capitalism?
Where
Do you
is
know
your
how
mind?
many people are in poverty
What
right now?
capitalism? Oh wow, yeah. But you live here in capitalism.
trying to
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, please.
As I said, China isn't communist.
No, I do. But I'm just having a debate with you. Why are you being rude, man?
I'm
You
not
are,
being
you are.
rude.
I'm
If
just
you don't
talking
let
to
me
you.
talk, I can't
You
really
offend me.
explain
You know why?
myself.
Because my dad was in jail 15 years for communism. Just because he couldn't say what he think. Now I'm telling you, as a normal person, what I think about communism, and you offended. Because communists are like this. You can't express what you really feel. If you live in a communist country, you will understand what that is. But because you don't live there, this is what you do. You promote something that is very damaged to millions of people for years.
It's
And
funny
you
how
support
say
that
we're
because it's cool. It's not cool, man. You don't understand. It's not funny. You know how many people? It's not funny. You think it's funny. It offends me when I see people doing that. But I can't say anything because this is a free country. This is a free country. In Cuba, in my country, you can't do that. You can't promote anything out of communism.
Yeah, but we're.
Only here you can do that.
And I'm
Go to fucking communist country and do it there. Why are you doing it here? Confusing people's mind, young people's mind.
I would love to
Confusing
have a
young people's
conversation
mind.
with you and
Oh my God.
explain
Tell me one
what
country,
you
tell me
want.
one country that communists work.
If you let us talk,
You don't
maybe
even
we
know
can
where you
explain.
are, man. Stupid idiot.
It's the same thing every single time now, isn't it? Now, of course, those leaping to the defense of these young commies will say, well, those aren't real communist ideologues. They're just ignorant college students Debate me, I'm the real communist. I'm the one with all the communist intellect. You know, the same argument that they apply to communist regimes failing throughout history. Well, that's not real communism. Those aren't real communist debaters. What do you mean? Those are literal communist activists with a sign out in public. Those are the people that you would expect are there to convince us as to why communism is so great. But apparently, communism is so not great. In fact, it's so trash that this individual in the clip and her family fled communism. They fled communist China to come to beautiful capitalist America, not understanding the irony of it all. And of course, the same copium argument, well, actually, China's not communist. Right, every single time. That's not real communism. But you know what? She actually does have a point. Kind of. China isn't communist. Neither is Vietnam. Neither is Russia. There's almost no communism left from the Soviet era. You want to know why? Because communism has failed across the frickin' board, especially as an economic system. It's failed so spectacularly that all the countries who spearheaded communism all essentially dropped communism. It happened mostly in the 1990s. They dropped central planning economic systems in favor for free market capitalism. So, you know what? She's right. China is not a communist country, it's just a communist dictatorship that controls whatever they see fit, but allows free market capitalism to essentially stop them from going under. In other words, communism failed. Communism has failed every single time it's been attempted. It's never been implemented well, not once in world history. But the argument, of course, is, well, that's because it wasn't done properly. We're gonna do it properly. Yeah, of course, power-hungry, hell-bent on social control, in many cases mentally ill leftists are going to usher in a perfectly fair, perfectly equitable form of communism. Give me a break. They're all freaking bloodthirsty to put you in the damn gulags. We see the way they act. I mean, it's kind of personality profile. Anybody they disagree with is literally the enemy and must be destroyed. Yeah, those are the people who are going to implement this new form of altruistic communism that's never been tried before, that's never been done before, and it's going to solve the world's problems. No, communism is stupid. It's a bad idea. And it simply appeals to irresponsible people with an egregious sense of entitlement. It's become this sort of fad with young people who really, let's be freaking honest, just want to stay at home and smoke weed and play video games all day with daddy and mommy government that takes care of their every desire. It's not a realistic form of government. It's a system that's open for the taking for whoever happens to be in charge. You know why communism abroad isn't real communism? Because it started out as communism, and then it got overthrown by a strong-arm authoritarian leader. Then, of course, thanks to the fact that communist systems are linear in their power structure, the whole system then follows. That's the problem with central planning. If the United States was a communist country, and Joe Biden and the Democrat Party were communist autocrats, they would literally control everything. Washington would control all industry, all movement, all speech. It's a linear system of structure that an absolute powerful leader either has control over or a small group of people have total control over. Does that sound like a good system to you, or does that sound like a system that very quickly would devolve into total authoritarianism? The answer is very obvious. The answer is abundantly clear. And of course, every single time with these young brainwashed students, when you challenge them on any of these topics, what do? Well, they pack their stuff up and run away from the conversation. Pretty much exactly as expected. Anyways, kind of just a dumb viral video that speaks for itself. Simply ignorant commies being ignorant commies. Not much else to talk about. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.